Pete Egbert, the head baseball coach here at Misericordia University. We see all the banners in the outfield, and we're hoping to put another one up. You guys are fighting as you do every year, but so much success, so much credit, the program you've built. But obviously, the players do the job. Let's talk about this 2021 team.
Yeah, it's been a rough year for everybody with everything that's going on, so a lot of credit to these guys. They've really hung in there and made some good decisions, and I think we didn't play real good baseball at the beginning, and that was kind of expected. I saw that all the way around, whether it was the games we were watching on TV or the games that we were a part of. I think baseball was sloppy early on just because guys have taken a year off, but 20 games in or so, we picked it up, and we've been playing some pretty good baseball since then.
Good streak going. Talk a little bit about this playoff baseball, a little different format.
Yeah, so because of COVID, they invited all 8 teams in the conference to the conference tournament this year instead of just the 4, and it's 2 out of 3 game series. So we've advanced through 2 series, and then we have the finals coming up this weekend against Stevens. So it's an interesting format.
We talk about the pitching. Always seems to get teams through. Any different here at Misericordia with your arms?
This year, I would say we're a little bit more offensive-minded than we've been in the past. Still, our pitching is really good. We have some arms at the top of the rotation that are really good and love to compete. But offensively, we're a little bit different, a little bit more dynamic than we've been in the past. But our formula for success is always going to be pitching and defense.
Any changes with the freshmen in a year of COVID? Has that changed at all with their playing time or the amount of contributions you're getting there?
We actually had that conversation with the sophomores the other day. If you think about it, sophomores are really freshmen, and the freshmen lost their high school season, their senior high school season, and so now that we're like 30 games in or so, they're just starting to experience college baseball. So some of them, it took a little bit longer. From a strength standpoint and a preparation standpoint, I think it's been the same because we've been able to do pretty much everything, but just being out on the field as much as they've been in the past, we haven't been able to do that. So they're just trying to get their feet underneath them right now, and I think many of them are doing a really good job.
Talk about leadership-wise, a lot of people could have felt sorry for themselves in the past year in anything in life, but student athletes in particular. Talk about some of these leaders that helped see this through to you guys playing again at a very high level.
Yeah, the leadership has been really good, and I think you see that across programs, and I think people are seeing that just in sports in general. This is a big part of people's lives, and it's really important for them to have this, and to have a venue for them to, release some energy and do something else that they love and they enjoy. So it's been really important to them, and our leadership has been great. There's concessions that we have all had to make because of COVID, and they've done that, and they've adjusted, and they've moved on, and they've found a way not to use it as an excuse and really to use it to motivate them to get them better. So I've been proud of them.
Let's talk about you and your staff and the motivation level to keep this thing going as long as you have. And you guys always want to play for championships, and you've done it. Everybody's gunning for you each and every year, but you guys find a way to find your ways towards the top all the time.
It's been a tough year. It doesn't get any easier, and the conference changed this year. Arcadia and Stevens moved into the conference, which both are very, very good baseball programs. So we feel like it's made our conference better from a baseball standpoint, top to bottom. And we see Stevens this weekend. They're really, really good on the mound. They're really well coached, and they're really sound fundamentally. So it's going to be a challenge for us, and we don't take any of it lightly, but we're well aware of that. Everybody is gunning for us, and everybody wants to try and knock us off. So to maintain the energy and the focus that we need to maintain has been difficult for sure.
At this point in the season, you're here getting ready to play for a championship. You guys, I'm sure you've done what you've done to prepare for it. But in this sense, let's talk about practice this week and preparing for that championship series. You want to rest some people, but at the same time get some maybe real-life game situations going?
Yeah, it's interesting. Practice has been different this year because of the way the schedule is set up. We were only playing on weekends. So during the week, you had a lot more practice time to work with than we have in years past. So we've inter-squadded pretty much every week with the guys who weren't able to play or pitch on the weekends. They were inter-squadding on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and guys were getting a lot more live scenario reps, which I think is important because they missed all of that last year. And this week is really no different for us. We're just battling with finals and then graduation coming up on Saturday. So again, we've got to maneuver some things and make some concessions as far as that stuff goes, but we work around it, and guys seem pretty focused and trying to get that next championship.
Pete Egbert, always a pleasure checking in with you, and keep working hard. I know this team wants a little bit more.
Yeah, thanks, John. Appreciate it.